Hey everybody, this is Mr. Minner here. And if you are a teacher who wants to have your students submit learning pages back to you to show what they know, but they don't have printers at home in order to print out a PDF document and then take a picture of it and then upload it back to you, I'm going to show you a way to use Google Slides in which they can submit it to you through the computer very easily. So all you have to do, first I'm going to share my screen. All you have to do is find a particular worksheet or learning page that you want them to do. And as a music teacher, I found this great PDF worksheet, and I'm going to open it up in the preview, as you can tell. And here it is. The kids are supposed to label the pictures with the correct word of the box. So in these circles, they're going to write the correct number that's associated with the words on this side, on the right. So for example, this is a guitar. They would find the word guitar here and put the number 3. And then right here at the bottom of this PDF, they are to use this word bank right here, and they are to determine which one of these words are types of music or which one of these words deals with people. So for example, types of music will definitely be jazz, opera, pop music. And as it relates to people, they would put choir, composer, conductor, singer, and so forth, okay? So we're still in the PDF preview. So I'm going to change this into a JPEG. This is really important. So on your MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, you can go to File, and you want to export. You don't want to export as PDF because it's already a PDF. You want to export, and it's going to give you the option right here to export in different formats. We want to export this as a JPEG. And we want it to be the best quality possible. And I'm going to name this, be sure to name it something you can remember. So I'm going to name it ABC, just for this tutorial. Okay, now I'm going to take that image that I just changed into a JPEG, and I'm going to place that in my Google Drive that's associated with my school. So I'm going to go up here and find my Google Drive, and we're going to place that in the Google Drive. I can easily just drag it into the Google Drive. So I named it ABC, and I'm going to drag it in here just like that on top of the other different folders, and it's going to upload. And it says that it's uploading the ABC JPEG. And in my recent, in the navigation bar here where it says recent, there it is. It's available. Now I'm going to go to my Google Slides. And I'm going to create a new slide, new presentation. Now, as you can tell, this is in like a widescreen view. So I'm going to click in this area where these text boxes are, and I'm going to delete those text boxes because I don't need those. And I'm going to go to File. I'm going to click on it and go to Page Setup. And I'm going to change this page setup to custom. And I'm going to make it 8 by 5 or 8.5. Let's make it 8.5 by 11. I'm going to apply. And there it is. So we want to put that JPEG that we put in our Google Drive, we want that to be placed as a background on this empty Google slide. We don't want to insert a picture because then the kids can manipulate it and move it around. We want it to be a background. So let's select background. We're going to choose an image and it's going to take us to our Google Drive. Let's click on Google Drive right here where we saved that JPEG, and I think I named it ABC. So I'm going to click on recent, my most recent upload, and it should come up right here, ABC. I'm going to click on it and then click on insert and then click done. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There is the page. The kids can't move it, they can't manipulate it or anything. However, we want the kids to be able to type in the right answers in the right area. So I'm going to zoom in so that I can place some text boxes in the places where they need to type in their answers. So right here in this text box area, I'm going to click it and I'm just going to make a text box in this circle. Okay, and to make it easier, I'm going to click out of it and click back in, and I'm going to just copy that particular text box. So I'm going to click Command C for copy, Command V to paste, and I'm going to drag that new text box in this circle. And I'm going to keep clicking Command V and dragging it where I want it to go, where I want the kids to write or type in the right answers. We have a few more to go. I think I have 2 more. I'm just clicking Command V. I have 1 more to go. Command V. Go to this piano here. So we have all of our text boxes for these instruments. Now I'm going to move on up. I'm going to scroll up and I want them to type in this area as well. So I'm going to make a new text box and I'm just going to fill it up like that. There's that. And I can also copy and paste that box too. I'm going to click Command C. Well, actually, I'm going to type out of it and then click in it. And then click Command C and Command V and drag that new box in this area. And you can use this any way you'd like to. It just depends on the learning page that you want them to complete, okay? So now there's a text box for every area that I want the kids to type in. So I'm going to zoom out and see how it looks at 100%. Okay? And let's see if I click in these circles, I see the text box in which they can write the answers. So you be sure to let the kids know that there's a text box already there. But if your kids are old enough, they can create their own text boxes. Okay? So here is the next step. So this is now in our Google Drive, everybody, but it's not shareable to everybody. So I'm going to go over here and name this. I want to name this, let's name it ABC. I'm just giving a strange name so that I can remember it. And I'm going to click enter, and that's the new name. Now I'm going to go to share right here in this area. And right now it's only private to me, but I want it to be open to everybody who sees it or who gets a chance to get that link. So I'm going to click share. And right here is restricted only to people that are added, but I'm going to change this. I want it to be available to anyone with the link. So I'm going to click that and click Done. Now, what I forgot to do was copy that link. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy that link. So be sure to click copy the link. So we've copied, it says the link is copied. So don't forget that you have a copied link available. Now I'm going to go to Canvas. This is the big thing. This is the fun part. What you're going to do is that you're going to find the class that you want to use or to do this assignment. So in my dashboard, this is going to be for my 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. Okay, I'm at my dashboard and my first class is 5th grade. They're definitely going to do this. So I'm going to go to Mrs. Balda's class. And I'm going to create a new assignment. That's what this is going to be, an assignment. I'm going to click right there and I'm going to create a new assignment right up here. Click assignment. And I'm going to name this assignment, I'm going to call it ABC again. Oops. ABC. Now, of course, it can be whatever you want it to be, okay? And in this area, which is the rich content editor, I'm going to write the instructions of what I want the kids to do. Please type in the correct answer in the text boxes on the Google slide. That's just something simple and to the point. Then I'm going to scroll down, and right here we can have an option of points. Keep it as an assignment. We want to keep it as an assignment or whatever you want to do. In this case, for me, I'm going to have the grade displayed as complete or incomplete, but you have the option to make it as points, a letter grade, GPA scale, not graded at all, percentage, but I'm just going to have it as complete or incomplete. Now, the submission type, this is very important. You want it to be an external tool. You have the option to have no submission, online, on paper, external tool. That's what you want it to be. And in this area, remember we copied a link? We want to paste that link in that area. So we're going to use Command V. And we're going to find that link. We're going to find it. And we're going to go here. It's going to give us the Configure External Tool. We want to go down to where it says Google Drive Cloud Assignment, because that's where you saved it, in your Google Drive. We're going to click that. It's finding it. And actually, it wants you to find it again, but we know what it's called. ABC, right? There it is, right there, ABC, the Google slide. Click on it and click Submit. Now, you may see this being ABC, but this is the JPEG that we saved it as. This is not a Google slide. We want it to be this. This is what the Google slide icon looks like. So we submit it, and then we click Select. And now we want to give the kids, in my case, I want them to have unlimited attempts to complete the assignment. It's assigned to everyone. You can place a due date, available from, until, yada, yada, yada. Now we want to save and publish. Save and publish. And this is what you see. Here are my directions. Please type in the correct answer in the text boxes on the Google slide. And right here, this is important. It says, You've created a cloud assignment external tool submission type from your Google account. Students will receive a copy of this document that they can modify for their assignment submissions. Now, we can't see this in student view, everyone, but when you make this available to your classes, your kids will see a Google slide and they'll be able to type in the right answers in those text boxes. And then they'll be able to submit that to you. And then you'll see how to grade it and give them the proper grade that they rightly deserve if they've completed it correctly. Okay, everybody, now I am logged in as a real student. I'm not in student view. I've actually logged in as a student that I have in class. So I want to share with you how they're going to see that assignment that I want them to do to make sure that it works. So I'm going to share my screen. And as you can tell, I am now in Canvas again as a real student. And I'm going to go to assignments here. And I'm going to find that assignment that I titled ABC. So that student would click on ABC or wherever you may have that assignment in one of your buttons. And they'll see this. They'll see the directions that I typed in. Please type in the correct answer in the text boxes on the Google slide. I think when I have my Zoom meeting with them, I'm going to be more specific and tell them more important details about this, but I think they'll get it. These kids are pretty smart with technology. And I'm going to really have a direction in which they are to click on this, which is the name of the assignment, ABC. And you see that there's a submit button there, but we don't want to submit yet because they haven't finished the assignment. So they're going to open up the Google slide and it's right there for them to do their work. And I'm going to ask them to zoom in so that they can see their work really good. And if I click on the text box, I'll be sure to tell them that. They can click in the areas that I need them to write in. Now, it may create its own text box. So let's see if I can just delete that and see if my text box is there. Yes, that's the text box that I created. So I'm going to double click in there and I'm going to type in the number 3 because that's what it says right here. That's a guitar, so I'll type in 3. And this is a clarinet. So I'll double click and type in 1. This is a violin. I'm going to double click and type in 2. And this is a snare drum or drums as they have it here for number 7. And this is a piano. That's number 5. Here's a saxophone. That's number, I don't see saxophone here. Maybe I'm losing it. Okay, this is the trombone right here. I think they made a mistake. Let's see, there should be a saxophone here. I don't see it. Clarinet, violin, guitar, trumpet. They have that as a trumpet? Well, there must be a mistake because that is not a trumpet. So I'm going to go down here below and I'm going to type on this text box. And then I'm going to type in the types of music or the genres of music. So let's say classical music. And I'm going to type in opera. And I'm going to type in pop music. So you get the idea, okay? Now I'm going to go back to where I started, which is right here. And they have a Google Drive, so their answers are saved in their Google Drive, okay? And so I'm going to click off of that, and I'm going to submit what I've done, and it's going to go right to me as a teacher. So I'm going to click submit. And it says here it's submitted on September 23rd, 2020 at 9:11 a.m. So now I'm going to go back in my Canvas drive to see if that assignment was submitted to me. And this will show the success of it all. So I'm going to log out. And I'm going to log into Clever as me. Teacher login. This may seem like a lot of steps, but I think it's worth it. And I'm going to wait for it to come on up. And I'm going to go to that class where that student is. Miss Baldus's class. And I'm going to click on assignments. And I'm going to click on that assignment ABC. Okay, that's what it's called. And then I'm going to go to Speed Grader to see who has completed that assignment so far. And it should be that student that I just did the assignment for. So I'm going to Speed Grader, and now let's see who submitted something. Okay, it's loading, and here it is. His work has been submitted. There are the answers, 3, 1, 2, 6, 5, and 7. And we typed classical music, opera, pop music. And then right here, I would put the grade. I would assess what he did. And I wanted it to be complete or incomplete. And so I'm going to put complete and give some comments if I want to. Great job. And then I will submit that to him and he would see that. So it's successful. It works. So I hope that you find this tutorial helpful. I know it's long and there may be a shorter version, but with regard to Google Slides and making worksheets available for your kids and they can type in the answers, I think this is a great way to do that. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I want you to take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching.